ไม่รู้ถ้าทางคุณน่าจะรู้
ไลน์โดนถล่มแล้ว
ไม่ได้อ่านแค่3 นาทีมีคนไลน์มา57 คนแล้วขนาดนั้นเลย
ใครอ่ะ
เพื่อไลน์กลุ่ม5/1เนี่ยมันเข้าเวลาเรียนแล้วนะ
มีคนเข้าเยอะแล้วอ่ะ
มิเตอร์เข้าแล้ว
ได้แล้ว
ไหนครูอ่ะ
ได้แล้วเอ้ยโคมไฟถล่มนั่นไง
ครูหลุด
ได้แล้วมาแล้ว
ในที่สุด
Okay. Can you see the picture of Tyson?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now, today we're going to have story. Tomorrow we will have quiz on the story. You can use your notebook in the quiz. So if you take good notes today, you can use your notebook. Now, the reason we are having this story today is, like always, to practice our listening skills. Also, because we studied about senses. This story is about senses. And today you will get some reading skills also. And you're going to learn a little bit about history. Learn a history story, okay?
What is the name of story?
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Ready.
This is the story of Helen Keller. Helen Keller, that's the little girl's name. I did this story with 5-2 this morning. They love this story. We will not finish it today. It is a long story. We will
Yes,
finish.
I joined home.
Has anybody ever heard this story before? Good.
No.
You not heard it? That's
No.
good.
No. I've heard only the name of the story.
Helen Keller. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Helen Keller was born in America in 1880. Now, this is kind of important. I think I told you before, in 1861 in America, we had a terrible war. Oh my God, it was a terrible war. It was the north of America and the south of America, and we fight each other. It was American fighting American. It was a terrible war. That ended in 1865, and in 1880, people were still very angry about this war. They were still very angry. Even when I was a little boy, my grandmother used to always talk about the war. She would see people from up north, and we call them Yankees, and she would go, don't pay attention to them. They're just Yankees. No, that war was over 100 years ago. Why are you acting like this? Okay.
Mr. Barry.
Yes.
Somebody cannot come in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see anybody. Invite. Boy, hold on. I don't see anybody trying to get in. I got 25 people in.
In the line group, they said they cannot come in.
They said that they write the correct password, but they cannot come in.
I don't see anybody trying to come in. Hold on, let me see. Who is trying to come in?
Number 29.
Hey, Kitty.
Okay, I can call.
Can you come here for a minute?
มีตังเข้าได้ยัง
They telling me it's student trying to come in, but I don't see them.
เขาบอกครูอยู่
Now, Helen was born in Alabama. That is a state in America, and it's in the south of America. Like me, I come from the south. They say somebody's trying to come in, but I don't see it. You see it? Nobody. Okay. So she was born in 1880. Everybody got that?
Yes.
That's her house.
Oh.
That was Helen Keller's house that she was born into. Okay. Now, remember, this is 1880. This is the South. This was a nice house. It was a very nice house. Okay. Her family was not poor people. What is this? You know what this is?
Water.
A pump. And what if you pump it, what comes out of it?
Water.
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 Very good.
Water.
Remember this. This is very, very important in the story. This is very, very important. This is a water pump. This is the water pump at her house. Now, when Helen was 19 months old, she became sick and lost her sight and her hearing. We would say that she was
Blind and deaf.
Blind and deaf.
very good. We would say she was blind and deaf. Now, this is important. You will see why later. Think about it. 19 months old. That's a little bit more than a year and a half. You're starting at a year and a half. You're starting to say words. Yes? You're starting to talk. And you have heard things. You had hearing. Maybe you remember that. What did I want to say? I wanted to say something. Oh, yeah.
You cannot remember.
Now, the doctors today, they think she had a disease called meningitis, and that's why she became blind and deaf. And remember, she couldn't talk. When she got older, she couldn't talk. All right, everybody okay? Most of this is not important. I will tell you what is important. You read with me. Helen had 4 brothers and sisters. Helen would say later that as a child, she lived at sea in a dense fog. What is fog? What is fog?
Some kind of white smoke, which is not smoke.
Kind of like smoke that is not smoke. In the other class, I asked, what is fog? And one of the students said like this, fog. That makes sense? Yeah, fog is like a cloud. Y'all want to see something funny? Look at this. Look at this.
No.
Look at this guy. Okay. So what she was saying is that as a child, she could not make sense of the world. She didn't understand it. She couldn't see it. She couldn't hear it. She couldn't talk about it. Now, Helen had made some signs as she grew older. And that was the only way she could communicate. Like if she was hungry, she would do like this. And if she was thirsty, she would do like this. That's all she could do. Kind of sad, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, get ready. Helen was 7 years old when Anne Sullivan came to be her teacher. This is important. Anne Sullivan was her teacher. Write that down. You are going to see why. Anne Sullivan was her teacher. She was 7 years old when Anne Sullivan came to be her teacher. Now, I'm going to show you some scenes from a movie about this story. You're going to watch those today. And in the other class, when they were watching these scenes from the movie, the student's mouth was like this. You will see. That is Anne Sullivan. That was her teacher. It's a very old picture.
This is her teacher or Anne?
That was her teacher. That is Anne Sullivan. As you will see in this story, this woman was, she was a fantastic teacher. She had a very hard job and she did very well. Now, let me read to you. And then we were going to watch something from the movie. At home, Helen was a sort of spoiled child. What does spoiled child mean?
If she wants anything, she will get it all.
Very good, Summer. Very good. Everything she wanted to do, her parents let her do. They said, oh, poor Helen. She cannot see, she cannot hear, she cannot talk. Just let her do whatever she wants to do. You will see it in 1 minute. They let her do whatever she wanted to do. Her family was not poor, so they brought this teacher to her, and the teacher was amazing. Anne Sullivan was amazing. As a teacher, she became known as the miracle worker. Write that down, the miracle worker. As a teacher, she was called the miracle worker. I'm a teacher. You know what they call me? The monkey worker.
The monkey face worker.
The baboon face worker.
They call her the miracle worker. They call me the monkey worker. I don't know why. All right. So what I want you to know is that Anne Sullivan was the teacher, and Anne Sullivan was called the miracle worker. And also I want you to know that Helen was a spoiled little girl. Can I change it? Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Get ready. This is Helen Keller.
Ooh.
She's
Kind of pretty. Now, watch this.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you part of the movie. Now, in the movie, the people will be talking. It's not so important what the people are saying. Maybe you will understand it. Maybe you will not. They talk with a Southern accent. Sometimes they talk fast. What is important, what I want you to watch the way Helen acts. Watch the way she eats. Watch the way her parents act to her. And watch the way Anne Sullivan acts to her. Okay? You ready?
okay.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. That's Anne Sullivan there. That's Helen.
The internet is bad.
Yeah.
It is very laggy.
It is super lag.
She's so mean.
It's like a slow motion. I thought that she was choking something.
Hi.
Is she dead?
Watch again.
It's still the same.
Who is Anne? And it's the little kid. That one. That girl.
Is Anne the blind girl?
Who is
Helen?
Helen?
Is Anne the one
Ann Sullivan is the one with the glasses. That's Ann Sullivan. The other one was her mother.
This is Anne.
no นี่
อุ้ยเกี่ยวกัน
Now, watch this. This is dinner time.
Why she do like that? So sucking her finger.
แอนดูแก่จังเลยเธอก็แอนเป็นคุณครูนะเฮ้ยเดี๋ยว
เนี่ยไอเด็กคนนั้นเด็กที่
She still every food อ่ะ
steal everyone
นาง
food
เดิน
เล่นเก้าอี้ดนตรีอ่ะ
นี่นิ้วชาย
ตอนนั้น
ไหนคะ She walk around the table
like this หน้าแอนมันจะตกใครได้ไม่ดี
Wait, isn't she blind? How can she see where the food is?
Oh we have a boxing contest
I thought that Helen was dancing
dancing on the floor
oh my god
Who is that?
that's what's floor
huh say it again
Who that stand up? Who is that?
dad โอ้ my god
วิ่งขึ้นไปชกเลย
The internet is poor.
ใส่เดียวเลยโอ้
แล้วเนโกะเมโกะจะเขียนอะไรเยอะแยะ
เอามือไปจิ้มโดนอยากวาดรูปให้อะวาดเนี่ย
โอ้โหเฮเลนเป็นหมาบ้าแล้ว
เอ้ยเมื่อกี้หน้าเฮเลนแบบได้ข่าวว่าเมื่อไปนี่เมื่อวานชิโนบูชอบมันถึงคิวแล้วคิวมากเฮเลนแบบไม่ไหวแล้ว
แอนทำอะไรเฮเลน
แอนจะ
แอนจะบ็อกซิ่งกับเฮเลนอุ้ยน้อง
Well,
จากเฮเลนถ่วงน้ำ
โอ้ย so cute
เหมือน
How
ไท
would
ย
you
สัน
like
เลย
it if you were eating your dinner and your little brother or sister come around and stick their hands in your dinner and take your food?
ที่หน้าจอ
I'll slap her face
Just like Ann Sullivan. You're like Ann Sullivan, huh, Summer?
no
Yeah.
and her dad just go and protect
Now, how did
Helen
her-
and
How did her parents treat her? What did they do when she was taking the food?
nothing
she
Nothing.
nothing
Nothing.
she just act like nothing just happened
Only her brother was the one who was saying, this ain't right. This is not good. This is not good. But all the other ones, they let her do like whatever she wanted to do.
I think she is happiness with her blindness
How would you feel if you had to teach this girl?
I'll go and quit
I will feel bad every time to myself
I quit
Okay. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I understand you.
I'll be crazy
I
Now,
will feel depressed
the teacher began by not letting Ann do whatever she wanted to do. You can see from the video, this wasn't easy. Ann stabbed her with a pair of scissors. Ann hit her with her hand. Oh my God. Ann had a trick she used to do. She would hide the key to the teacher's bedroom and she would lock the teacher in the bedroom.
and she
Oh.
dancing on the floor
Yeah, she would lock. You will see. She will lock that. She locks the teacher in the bedroom. That was her trick. They could never find the
But
key.
in the
Anne would hide the
but
key.
in
They
the
could never find it.
but
That's.
on the video, I cannot see anything.
This is a picture of Anne Sullivan and Helen Keller.
เอ๊ะจะจูบกันเหรอ
เหมือนทหารอะ
เอ้ย
Very old picture. All
But
right.
the picture have a color.
Yeah, they put color in it later. But this was a black and white
They
picture
use
and they put
coloring
color in it.
Red and
Now,
With
watch this
Photoshop.
scene. Shh.
Oh.
The teacher is trying to teach Helen. She's trying to teach. What she would do is she would take Helen's hand like this, and she would give her something like a doll, and then she would go D-O-L-L and spell it in Helen's hand and give her the doll back. That was she was trying to do. Helen does not even know that everything in the world has a name. A doll, a door, the floor. Helen doesn't know this. So she would take her hand, Helen's hand, and she would spell words in her hand using sign language. Like my name. My name is B-A-R-R-Y. That's how you spell my name. Watch.
Oh. Mr. Berry, how can she see the doll?
Watch. You will see. She's been in this room many times. You got to remember, Helen's been there many times. See
Oh
her?
my God.
Helen thinks it's a game right now. She just thinks it's a stupid game and she gets bored with it. She doesn't understand what Anne is trying to do.
ดูหน้าครูดิตาเลือกเดียว
หน้าครูตาเหลือก Oh. She's a dinosaur.
งงอ่ะ
Now watch, watch.
What is that?
She gave her the doll. Now she spells
Oh.
doll. O L L doll. Now she's trying to get Helen to ask for the doll, but Helen don't understand. She thinks it's a stupid game.
Mr. Berry,
Yes,
Helen cannot see, right?
cannot see, cannot hear, cannot talk.
Can she talk?
No,
And how can she talk with her family อ่ะ
she cannot.
พูดไม่ได้ ก็คือไม่พูดอะไรเลย ใช่ ตาบอดเป็นใบหูหนวก โอ้โห เอากัดนิ้วตัวเองทำไม โดนเฮเลนชกมั้ง She punched teacher.
She locked the teacher.
think so.
difficult to teach
เห็นไหม I think she is so smart to lock teacher.
Yes, I can see all of you thinking right now. Lock Mr. Berry in the classroom. Yes,
Yes.
good idea. I can
Yes,
see.
good
you all thinking.
idea.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Throw a brick to Mr. Berry.
Anybody have questions?
Mr. Berry, how can she talk to teacher? How
She
can
cannot.
she lock the teacher if she hands?
She cannot talk to anybody. She cannot.
No,
She cannot hear.
She mean
She
how?
cannot see. She
Hello,
doesn't.
Mr. Berry.
What you have to understand is she doesn't even know that there is a word for paper. There is a word for house. There is a word.
No, Mr. Berry. She mean how can the how can Helen
Good question. How can the teacher teach her anything? You just saw it. Read this right here. Anne would spell words into Helen's hand. After a while, Helen would try to copy what Anne was doing, but she thought it was just a game. So as I said,
How did she lock the teacher in the room if she's blind?
she had been in the room thousands of times. As a little girl, she grew up in that house. So she had learned that a key could lock the door and how to get in and out of the room. He hid that key from everybody. Nobody could ever find that key. They would look for it. You will see later in the movie, I will show you, this is a very important thing. That key is very important. The water pump is very important, okay? Now, as I said, did you see Anne Sullivan would take her hand and spell words in her hand? He's trying to teach her that everything has a name. But Helen did not understand that Anne was trying to show her that every object, everything in the world has a name. Then one day, the miracle happened. Get ready. Get ready. Now,
What is miracle?
we've got like 5 minutes left in class. If this cuts off, if the Zoom class cuts off, we will finish the story tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right, but let's watch this. Ah, look at that. There's the pump. Watch this.
Hey.
Oh no น่าเล่นนะอยากเล่นอะอยากเล่นแบบเนี้ยมันดูน่าสนุก
Spelling water. She's starting to remember from when she was a little baby.
หนุ่มมาเปิดโน้ตบุ๊กอันนี้ให้หน่อยสิ
Remember what?
Remember, up until 19 months, she could hear and she was starting to learn words at 19 months. She remembering something.
เปิดเข้าอะไรได้เลยไปตอนมันเข้าอะไรก็ไม่ได้ขีดเนี่ยไม่เสียบถูกป่ะเนี่ยเข้าอะไรไม่ได้เลย
ปล่อยแฮงปิดทำไม
เมื่อกี้ปิดตั้งหลายรอบแล้วไง
เสียงไม่ดี
Spelling water. W A T E
รีเซ็ต
R.
จนมันดับ
Helen's.
ไข่เจียวงงไปบอกให้เอ็มมี่ออกมาทำการบ้านนอกจะไปทำยังไง
มาต้องเหมือนมาด้วยเรียกแค่บริการ
Now she's just starting to understand.
Oh my god
คุณสรุปกันเธอใช่ไหม
What is it? What is it?
คุณสรุปกันใช่ไหม
ตอนนี้อยู่ไม่เห็น
เอ็มมี่ลุกขึ้นมาทำการบ้านตรงนี้
Hold on. Let's see what's happening.
ครั้งสุดท้ายนะมาทำสีนะทำที่ไหนแล้วพ่ออยู่นี่ด้วยนะมึงต้องมานี่สิแม่กำลังทำคอมให้อยู่
มาไปจัดการหนึ่ง
เหมือนว่าจะมีคนตรงกลุ่มให้
ไม่ก็นี่ไงให้มาตรงนี้ไง
แม่เขาบ่นน้องเขา
ออนจริงออนกัน
ปิดเสียงก่อนสิ
Okay, hold on. Stop right here for today. Do you see that Helen now she understands? You know how many words she learned the first day?
30 words
9:40แล้วหมดเวลาใช่ไหม
Okay, hold on. Stop right here. Now, this is very important. Now she understands everything has a name and she understands that you can spell the words in someone's hand. So she's starting to learn. This is the miracle. This is when the miracle happened right here. Now, this is a great movie right here. This movie, I will tell you the name of this movie later. You can watch it on YouTube if you want. There's a book. You can read the book. When I was in 5th grade, they made me read this book, and I always loved this book. Now, what do you think? Is this a good story?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you like the story. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you like the story. Okay, tomorrow we will finish the lesson, and then we will have a short quiz. You can use your notebook in the quiz. Notes you have taken, you can use them in the quiz, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have a question? We got 2 minutes. Anybody have a question?
No.
No question?
But the
No.
Amazing.
class is over
Huh?
at 9:40, right?
But Zoom only gives us 40 minutes for classes, which is, I don't know. Right now we got like 1 minute and 55 seconds. Nobody has a question. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Normally you have many questions. Do you find this movie, do you find it shocking? Are you
Not really.
Are you surprised by this story?
No.
Yes.
I like stories that where there's killing people and things.
If you want a killing story, you should play Danganronpa again.
What?
เปิดใหม่
All right, guys. Now, again, we will finish the story tomorrow, and then we will have a quiz. And if we have time, we will begin another lesson. All right?
Okay.
You guys have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.